Hi, and welcome to Our World of Wonders. I'm Michelle,
I'm Charlotte.
and we're bringing you a special edition this time round. You'll notice Charlotte and I have scripts. We're doing the meditation for crossing over in 2 parts. We feel it's a really important
Well, yeah, it is
thing
important.
that people should be aware of, that you don't have to have somebody special to come and do it. There are a few points that you really do need to know about and remember. This is, I guess it's sort of very general. My actual meditation was done for Halloween celebration, which is Samhain. It looks like Samhain for those who've seen the word and wondered what it was. And it's about ancestors and being close to the ancestors, celebrating the ancestors. So I had done the crossing over at that time because that's the perfect time when people believe the veils are very thin and it's easier to help people cross over during like October 31st. Anyway, stop me rambling. I told you I was going to do it. So we have scripted this. This is not going to happen very often. We usually just come out, we know what we're doing, and we do it. But there are points that are very, very important to remember. For those of you who've not done a meditation or are new to meditation, we thought the pointers will give you an idea of what to expect. For people that have done meditations for a long time, sometimes you forget about the little important parts that should be remembered because you do it all the time and it comes automatically. Sometimes you forget things. So it's sort of a review and an introduction. So we will, without further ado, we will start with Charlotte.
So when you kind of basically already said this, but I'll say it again because it's on here. This review is for people that are new to meditation and to remind others of points that they may have forgotten over time.
We're going to walk you through the meditation so you will know what to expect.
We'll be adding in some photos at the end to give you an idea of what you might possibly experience during the meditation.
Remember that every person will experience a meditation differently,
in a way that is right and perfect for you as an individual.
Some of you may experience the crossing over of a single entity,
yet others may experience many.
Some of you that are new to meditation may not experience seeing anything at all.
You just let what happens happen.
We will be creating sacred space and calling in our angels, guides, friends, and elementals for protection and guidance. So all you need to do is observe and listen.
Most of you know what angels are. Guides include spirit guides, which can be human or celestial, and they help you through your lifetime, and you may or may not be aware of them. Guides can also include ascended masters, and these are beings who have decided to come back to help others to ascend, and they would include people like Jesus, Mary, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Merlin, Lanto, Hathor, and there's many, many others. Friends includes crystal stones and minerals, and also includes the plant kingdom. Elementals are nature spirits and include fairies, gnomes, etc. The animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms, and mythical creatures like dragons, phoenixes, gargoyles, and unicorns.
Just so that you know, it is not mandatory that you have all of these guides, or any of these guides for that matter, but if you feel a pull towards one over another, then they're right for you. And this can change throughout your lifetime as your needs change through time.
These guides are here to help protect us. They help us make us aware of options and to see things in new ways. But we must physically ask for their help, otherwise they can only observe.
And that's a very important point you have to ask. I want you to know that you're not going to be concentrating on making something happen. You will simply be opening your mind, listening to the guided meditation, and observing what happens.
Meditations can be done with your eyes open or shut. People with meditation experience can do both, but most have their own preferences as to which one works best for them. And they can switch back and forth as whatever the situation calls for.
I would like to suggest that if you are new to this, to use the eyes shut method first, which allows you to have less distractions. Using your inner eye, which can appear like watching a big screen TV that's inside your head, very similar to having a lucid dream.
Now, some of you may sense feelings rather than seeing things, or you might see colors or any number of different things. And all of these are right for you. And as you do more meditation, these things will change.
Please note that if you're using this meditation as an example of how to make your own meditation, there are a few things that you have to remember. And the most important one is qualifiers. I cannot say this enough. I've said it before and I will say it again. As an example, the nursery rhyme, Rain, Rain, Go Away, is actually a prayer or a spell for changing the weather, but it has a very important qualifier in it.
So the first phrase of that nursery rhyme, rain, rain, go away, this is the intent of what you want. It's the prayer, the spell, the request.
The qualifier comes in the next line, come again another day. Little Charlotte wants to play.
That qualifier is important. It cannot be forgotten. If the rain went away and never came back, there would be a drought, and all the plants and animals would die, and then all the people would die. So we can't stress how important this is. Please choose your words wisely.
The qualifiers that I personally use, and this is something that I've learned like years and years and years ago before I was even really into a lot of this stuff. I had friends that used very similar ones, which is where I've got mine from, in a way that is right and perfect for me, the situation, or persons involved. You state all three, not just one of them. I don't always know what's right and perfect. Even if I think I know, I really can't know all of the outcomes. So it's very important to make sure that you have yourself included, the situation included, and any other persons who may be involved. Harming none. Cannot forget this. It makes sense, but you do need to say it out loud. If it is the will of the one, the Creator knows more than any of us do, and so mote it be. If these words are a little like too weird for you, you could say, make it so. I know it's a little Star Trekky, but it will work well. Or something like, from my heart, I ask for this to happen. And then you end with, blessed be, with blessings, with love, with gratitude, or amen, whatever wording is right for you.
And you must also remember to release them at the end of the session, but in an open-ended way.
An example would be, with gratitude, I would like to thank my angels, guides, friends, and elementals for joining us today, or for their help today, however you were using them, whatever's appropriate for the situation. Go if you must, stay if you will, farewell and blessed be.
So the phrase, go if you must, releases them. But if you say, stay with you if you will, that allows them to help you if the need should arise at some unknown time. An example could be making you aware of something on the stairs that you might step on and cause a fall if you hadn't noticed it.
And there's like lots and lots of examples of things like that. That's just a simple one where going down the stairs and you're not paying attention, and then all of a sudden something draws your eye to it. That's usually one of your angels or guides, making you aware of something in your situation. I will have my son, who helps us edit and put all of these things together, a mini slideshow on visions of what you might see. I got a lot of them off of the internet, so it's other persons' interpretations of what they have seen or what they think they're going to see, just to give anyone new to this a general idea of what you might experience. The full guided meditation will be part 2 of this, just the meditation on its own. So I will be turning you over to Charlotte in a moment so that she can smudge and clear the area before we start, which will be on the film. I would like to mention, and I think I said it before, that this meditation that I did was for a large group. But you can do a mini meditation if you're at a site or in someone's home and you believe that there is someone that's trapped there. On one of my shows that I watched last night, they did this and reminded me, which is why I hadn't written it down. If you're at a site, you talk directly to an entity. You don't need to know their name. Like just, just say to them, like, talk to them like they're a person standing beside you. You know, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're dead. You've passed on. You don't belong here now. You need to cross over into the light. And you can explain, look for the doorway, or you can say, look for the light. There'll be someone waiting there for you to help you cross over. And if it's somebody who might be, say, a mental patient at an abandoned hospital, or someone who was killed in an accident, or a young child who doesn't know they're dead, you can say, you may not be aware that you're dead, but you need to cross over. Nothing that you've done in your lifetime, like someone who's committed suicide who thinks maybe they can't go to heaven because of religious views, told them that they're going to go to hell, so they're afraid, so they don't go to the light. You can tell them there's nothing that you have done that can keep you from going home, because basically that's what it is. And you can tell them once you're in the light, you will start to remember, and everything will be okay. There's people there to greet you. And you can do a very simple one on site. This one, like I say, gives a lot of deeper guidance, like you're not actually doing it yourself. And you can imagine in your head, when you're talking to the person, see the doorway or see the light that you're talking about. And that way, because telepathy is really one of the ways that they communicate best, they will see it.
Well, yeah.
And they will listen to you, and you can guide them through. And just make sure that at the end, you do, like in the beginning, you have your angels, guides, friends, and elementals help you, and you have the ending as well. Sometimes you come across some stubborn ones where you need to do extra work, and we can talk about that another time. But we'll get to the meditation. We'll see in just a moment. I think that.
Okay, so in preparation for the meditation, we're going to just create some sacred space. We're going to clear the area, and that just helps ensure that no unwanted entities come in and kind of interfere with what we're doing. So what I'm going to do, usually we do smudge with sage or some other sacred herbs, but it's a little windy out here today, and smudge, it's very hard to get it going when it's windy, so I'm going to use these tinctures. If you want to learn more about smudging, and you may already know something about it, but we cover it in our safety show, which we did a number of months ago. So if you go to YouTube, Our World of Wonders, you'll be able to find our safety show there, and we talk about smudging in that one. So, but I'm going to use the tinctures today, so that's using sound to clear the area and create sacred space. So I'm going to do it in each of the 4 directions. So I'm going to face east. Now I'm going to face south, so I'm going to have my back to you. Now west. Sometimes it's hard to get them to hit right on. And north. So that just clears the area. So we have a nice clear sort of sacred area here in which to do the meditation. And it is important to do this clearing because you never know, even aside from the entities you might be helping, there could be other entities there that you don't particularly want in the area that might, like I say, they might interfere with the work that you're doing. It just kind of creates this sacred space, and it helps protect you as well from any attachments or anything like that. You want to make sure that you protect yourself and the people that you're working with. So that's... Okay, so we're going to start the meditation now. What you want to do, if this is your first time ever doing anything like this, is you want to find a nice comfortable place to sit. Your back should be straight. You can lie down if you want, but if you're the type of person like me that tends to fall asleep when you lie down, it's probably best if you sit up. But, you know, just sit in a nice comfortable chair with your back straight and your feet on the ground. It's important to remain grounded, so you want to make sure that your feet are on the ground or on the floor. And somewhere, of course, where you can hear the monitor, hear the Michelle reading the meditation. And probably in a situation where you're not going to be disturbed, like kids aren't going to burst in on you, the phone's not going to ring, because it can be very startling in the middle of meditation. So you want like just a quiet space, a quiet time to do this. I think that's it.